What's going on, guys? I'm Jake from The Hub, and you're watching Adulting 101. Today on our list, we have something that I'm very terrible at, and I know it's gotten me in lots of trouble many times: budgeting. How to manage your money efficiently without having to eat cardboard with ketchup on it at the end of every month. We've got the experts, and we've got the tips. So without further ado, let's check it out.
My name is Jennifer Wilson, and I'm the Assistant Director of the Personal Finance Program here at Texas Tech University. Yeah, so budgeting is a great way to be able to track, where your money is going. We usually like to call it more or less a spending plan. Sometimes most people are always wondering, where's all my money going at the end of the month, and looking at, why is it that nothing is ever working out? And a lot of times when you go ahead and you start to track that, you'll notice that it's important to keep in mind of all those little tiny expenses, and they add up over time. And so by having a budget or a spending plan, it allows you to be able to monitor where all those expenses are going. There's a couple components that we can look at. And the first part is that if you want to go ahead and kind of look at this yourself and see how your spending and saving behavior is going on, you can use financial tools and technology such as financial apps. The most popular app right now and still consistent in tracking expenses is Mint.com, which is very popular for students. It's a great way to categorize and see how much that you're spending each month. But for those that aren't sure where to get started or what to do, there's three alternatives that you can look at. One, if you have an interest in getting financially literate, you can take some courses within our personal finance program. We have an awesome course called Introduction to Personal Finance 3301 that can go ahead and teach you all of that information and help you get financially literate before you graduate. In addition to that, if you're looking for more of that one-on-one counseling approach and coaching, we have our Red to Black peer-to-peer financial coaching organization. And they'll sit down and they'll work with you to be able to start that and establish it. And lastly, if you're not sure where to start and you have student loans and you want to know more about your FAFSA or where to go with that, I encourage students to go ahead and to check out the financial aid office as well.
Okay, my name is Josh Fairbanks. I am an assistant professor of practice in finance. One of the most famous types of budgets is called a zero balance budget.
Okay.
The idea behind this type of budget is every dollar is going to be allocated at the beginning of the month. So if you get paid bi-monthly, what you would do then is you would have a budget for the first 2 weeks, and then you would have a budget for the second 2 weeks. But ultimately, every dollar that you would be receiving in your paycheck would have some predetermined destination. So you would know, okay, well, X is going to rent, X is going to gas, X is going to go to going out to the movies. You're already going to pre-plan that budget out. It usually, in my opinion, takes 3 to 6 months to fully flesh out a true budget, to truly know where everything's going to be. Because there's going to be some cyclicality. There's going to be things that you can't anticipate, which you have to budget for, right? So you have to plan that sort of rainy day fund. Another strategy that a lot of people use to be successful in budgeting is called an envelope system. So similar to the zero balance budget, you're going to allocate X number of dollars to certain things, and you put that money into an envelope at the very onset. And so this is my money to go out with for the whole month, and when it's gone, it's gone. And so you can plan accordingly for that. And if there's money left in the envelope at the end of the month, then you make adjustments for the next month. There are tons of apps. I don't personally use a specific app for budgeting or financial planning, but there are tons and tons of apps, similar to what the big banks are offering on their websites. Can be very beneficial. Some even allow you to literally put in every transaction. So you can see, you go to Jimmy John's and you buy a sandwich. You can put that transaction in, it will automatically categorize it for you, and then you can see where you're spending in each category every month, which is really nice.
Oh, wow.
When we do it in class, if a lot of them aren't working because they're students, but we pretend to hypothetically have a job after graduation. What is your income going to be gross? What is your income going to be after taxes and paying for insurance and all of those types of things? And then start allocating rent, car insurance, cell phone bill. A lot of students, their parents pay for some of those amenities for them now, but obviously they hope to be off the payroll later, and you have to plan for that, right? If you have to pay $50 for your cell phone, you need to put that in the budget. And so we go through all of the line items that you would generally have in that, and then ultimately we try to see, can we save? Because what I strongly recommend is that you shoot for about 10%. A lot of people argue, well, I don't make enough to save any money. And from a financial planning perspective, I would tell you, you make plenty, you just have to reallocate your funds and think about it. If you don't drink coffee every day, or you don't go to Chick-fil-A downstairs every day. That's $7 a day. Well, that adds up. You know, go 2 times a week, bring a sandwich the other days. So it's just realizing cash in versus cash out. You always go back to that in terms of a budget.
Alright guys, that's it for this video, so I'll see you next time.